Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
Kyle McIntyre.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to switch things up a little bit. I'm going to do my what's new first. So you got to ask me.
Brian, how you doing? What's new? What's grooving? What's good?
What's shaking? What is good?
I don't want to say shaking because I think it's shake and bake.
Yeah, it's going to give me a...
Yeah, start salivating.
I'm trying to focus here. We're trying to do
I'll give you the shake and bake.
Yeah, trying to do a goddamn job here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What you got?
So, I think mentioned it last episode, but it happened. Came in. Got that desk.
Yeah?
Got it all set up. You helped me a lot getting it set up. So, I'd mentioned that it was pretty much all shit from Home Depot. So, it was gas pipe, kit, yeah, and an acacia wood top.
Yeah.
With like a live edge. And it, was 5 feet, cut it down a foot, and it looks great.
You're welcome. It's,
Yeah, no,
it's
and then you kind
do.
of sanded the edges and rolled them a little bit, so it's, it's awesome. So, it was funny because we been kind of like posting shit or whatever of my room change.
Yeah, your upgrades, the metamorphosis.
Yeah, on Instagram. And it's funny getting feedback from people that, it's like if I post about a guitar or so I don't post a whole lot on my personal.
Yeah.
I'm just lurking. Just looking at memes and anime and guitars. That's all I'll do.
That's the life, man.
Oh, man. You
gotta keep that one in.
Leave that one in
that
there.
one sounds like a slide.
Yeah. Boom, like a slide whistle. Boom.
Well, I was thinking just like a water slide. With no water.
That was something. That was like in a movie or something, like going down a slide.
It's in It's Always Sunny, Philadelphia.
Got it, yeah.
He just goes down. He's getting ready to go. They pour a bottle of water down.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to go? He's
he's like, and you're like,
rips the skin off his whole bag.
That's what.
And he hits the pool and just blood everywhere. Yeah, and the whole thing is that it ties into a bigger bit that he got in the front of the lines because he was telling people that he was disabled, but he was telling people he had AIDS, and now there's blood in the pool and people are freaking out.
Yeah, that show's pretty good.
So
I stopped watching it a while ago, but I need probably to catch up on.
It's Frank just ripping his skin off.
Yeah, that's fucking good. Anyway, that's my like little reverse burp thing that got us off track.
Sorry.
The desk got it put together. You helped me cut it, assemble it, and had to like
we cut like a foot. We cut a foot off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Had to make sure I did it right. So,
but
measured 8 times.
Yeah,
cut 8 times.
Yeah,
no,
it came over here and got it cut, and then went back to my place, assembled it. Got it. It was funny because I'm like, we're setting it up, or like to do the cuts or whatever, measuring, and then your wife came out. She was like, "Oh, is that your new table?" And she kind of got she's like went out to like she's never seems to care about anything, but like furniture, it's like, "Oh wow, that's really nice," and talking about it.
Inanimate object.
No, it's
she doesn't want to talk to you. Oh, cool. Where'd you get that table at?
Oh yeah.
All right, stop talking.
Like, oh, is this the da-da-da? And then she's just like interested. I'm like, because it's something like furniture's like a room change or whatever. Yeah. It's cool. I think for me, I think about it because I see a lot of like, what is it? Like the studio setups or bedroom like, what are they called? Battle stations.
Yeah.
So they, like on Reddit or whatever. So there's music battle stations. There's just actual ones, and I'm subscribed to both of those Reddits because I like just looking at them. I'm like,
Did you post yet?
No.
Get ready, dude.
I should. I want to just get downvoted.
Do before and after.
Downvoted into oblivion.
Yeah. I got downvoted recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like a good feeling.
Yeah. I don't really post.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. In those subreddits you don't want to talk about?
Yeah, no. It's not anything.
You out there in the subreddits over there?
Yeah, not one of the ones you're thinking of.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No.
But anyway, so the progress of it, got it put together, got the desk all like the setup is exactly the same dimensions. I got an inch deeper on the desk, but everything, like the height of it, even it was going to be 2 inches taller. And then I kind of sat there with my chair and I'm like, what you can do, because it's just the gas pipe.
Yeah.
I went to Home Depot and just like changed it out and got it 2 inches lower, so it's exactly the same height as the old one. Because I'm like, I'm gonna regret it if it's like uncomfortable. Because you had said like, oh, it might be a little bit taller, so it might be like
you're like
doing that.
Start hurting like your shoulders.
Good. And then I'm like, I didn't have a problem with the other one. I'm like, I might not have a problem with it being 2 inches taller, but I might have a problem with it. Fuck. Let me just go do it, because I would hate to set the whole damn thing up just to take it apart.
Yeah.
Because I spent like a day or so setting up my desk, and it is awesome. It is cable management. I gave up on it. But, I got my solution here. I got these little cup hooks, and I have my and I have it like
a sheet or something, or
the
black sheet or something.
And I have it like zip tie like circles that I can just hook on, or if I need to get back there, just unhook it, and I don't even have to worry about Velcro or any tape or anything. It's all there.
That's what like being an adult is, dude. It's just hiding all your problems from everyone.
Yeah.
That's
from the world. And I've been just getting good feedback on it. People liking it, and even like a coworker who follows me on Instagram, and I don't post, and she doesn't really post, and she's like, hadn't seen her all day. She's like, oh, I'm like, oh, hey, all right, nice seeing you. All right, I'm leaving. And she's like, as I'm walking, she's like, Brian, the desk is so cool. And I'm like, I'm already clocked out. I'm like, turn back around. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that. So, I'm like, man, it's just like that. Like,
I'm invalidated.
Like, it's just like, just a coworker who's like, it's like, we're not like we hang out or anything. Just even we work together. It's just like not even really similar interests, but just seeing that, like, that looks just so much nicer. It's like, wow, you wouldn't have expected. And I'm like, yeah, like a desk, changing a furniture thing, hanging up curtains, and actually painting like a nice color, like, things actually look better. And it's like, yeah, that's really cool. It's like, where'd you get it? I'm like, Home Depot. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't you get it? And she's like, oh yeah, did you get it from your work? Crate and Barrel. Like, no, even with my desk account, I can't afford a desk like that. Which they have really cool ones, but some of them are really also very expensive.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. I'm super stoked with my setup. I got that going. Might want to add. Well, no, I not might. I do want to add like another shelf, but that's like not a project that has to get done. And it could be an easy one. So I'm super happy with the setup. Got all like I said, all the stuff on the desk set up. I kind of got it, like some things that I did before on the old desk. I'm doing again. Like, I like using these little cup hooks on the side of the desk. So I got ones that are nicer. So like these like kind of dark bronze looking ones. They're more like
they're not the brass or like the white ones.
White ones that I had before. So they actually go with the look of it. They're not nice. Because I just got so used to having things just at an arm's reach. And that's kind of what I'm doing with this setup. It's like very small table. So it's 4 feet by 2 feet. And then everything is just at an arm's.
Yeah, it looks really good. I think the dark paint on the wall mixed with the gas pipe and that kind of, I guess, like roasted wood look. Mm-hmm. It's not really roasted, but it's like not pine. It's like a darker tone. Yeah. Definitely ties everything together.
I'm super stoked. It's like, I think it was Andrew.
Andrew Walsh.
And
from Andrew's Alcove. Mm-hmm. That guy.
He just got some compliments on it. He's like, oh, it looks good. Da, da, da. Like, he's like, because we've just been like texting photos back and forth of like his like guitar room build and his kind of studio that he's doing for guitar repair and stuff like that. He's like, I need to make it a functional space, make it like inspiring,
look professional too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If people come over, if he has stuff, it's like, oh, I'm working on these things for people. So it's fun. It's like just like such a dumb thing to nerd out about, but I love it. I'm like it's a very inspiring space.
Well, it's good that it paid off and it didn't, like, you spent all that time and then it looked like shit or you hated it, because that was a lot of work, a lot of sweat and tears on that one.
I think I've just been talking about all these things and actually to finally do it, and then like all the ideas, like I don't think anybody was like super stoked or like excited to see it, and then once you see it, it's like, oh, that looks good. All right, I like it. I'm like, yet again, like, oh, I'm validated. It was like some of the projects you would work on, and you're like, oh, that looks great. Yeah. Even just like looking at some of these like shelves that you made, they're off camera, whatever. It's like,
just close your eyes, everyone.
Mm-hmm. It's very like it's like you're validated once you get it done, and it's also like functional and looks good for you. Anyway, Let's see. As far as gear goes, it's not really even gear. It's not even tangible. It's not even something you can touch. I did buy some plugins from Waves.
Nice.
So Brian and I have been talking about like mixing the next Plane EP together.
Yeah.
Because he did a really good job with the Just In Case stuff, and he learned so much. And so I'm like, something I want to do is get better at mixing and get just to. I don't do any of it ever, and I kind of don't even. Whatever.
Yeah.
100%. I almost know nothing. I know enough to get the sounds to like, yep, that is how you bounce down a mix.
Yeah.
But how to get it good. Anyway, so he had mentioned that he bought a Waves plugin, and he's like, oh, I bought this for mastering, and it wasn't getting the results that I wanted with the plugins I had, and so he's like, I just bought the Waves one, and it's like, he's like, I got it for like, I think you got it for like $40 or $30 or something like that.
Nice.
I'm like, I was expecting like hundreds of dollars because when I look at plugins, it's like the UAD ones, which are like $300.
Those ones. Jesus.
I'm like, holy shit. Anyway,
even the Native Instruments ones that I bought, I think I spent like $350 the last run I did.
Yeah, so
like, fuck.
They had a sale going on, and it was a pretty good one. I bought 3 plugins, and they're all like 40% off or something like that.
Nice.
And then, but if you buy, this isn't even an ad, but it's like,
is it still going right now?
It is. I think it's all of April.
Nice.
Check out Waves. I bought the, let's see, the Abbey Road mastering chain plugin, which is an EQ, filter and compression kind of for your master bus, your master mix for mastering it. And then these are all for that. I bought these all specifically for that because I do have the UAD ones from like the included with the Apollo.
Yeah.
And so I got a maximizer, which is
like a stereo maximizer thing.
I didn't know what the hell that was. I have one in Pro Tools that comes with.
It's like a filter, right?
It's like this is what Brian said. I was like, he's like, oh, you should get one of these. It's like, the fuck is I don't know what a maximizer is. It's like in his word, it's like a finalizer for the mix. So it's like loudness and dynamics of the final mix. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of like some peaks and stuff like that.
Take the frequencies, right?
Yeah. So I use one on the podcast every week, and I use it the Pro Tools one. So whatever is the Avid one, which is called Maxim, and it's I just put it on the master of the podcast, and it's like it's basic and it doesn't do a whole lot, and I kind of just get it to be like, all right, kind of like I do it every time, and I kind of almost can't even say what it does in words. I just don't have the mix super high on it, and this one has more options. So Brian recommended it. I kind of just took Brian's word. He kind of sent me one, and I'm like, should I get exactly?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is what I used, and then there's like the mix down, but Chris Lord-Alge. He's
what
producer engineer.
Lord-Alge?
Yeah, he's Alge. Lord-Alge.
Okay.
He did like mixing and mastering on like Green Day, Blink albums, Sum 41. He's
I don't know.
And like not only like punk and pop punk and stuff like that, like a lot of them. He's also done like big pop albums and stuff. Like anyway, he has like this plugin, and it's like let's see, I wrote down what it does. It's like a master like bass treble EQ, and it has like you can add like subtle dirt to it, like to make it sound like it's going through like analog gear.
Okay,
it's kind of cool. So all these are like for like $70. I got stuff that I can hopefully work on to do music and in house with Brian and work on it and see what sticks. And like a lot of it, I'm excited to learn. So maybe watching videos by trial and error, stuff like that. So it's just a lot of companies are doing like a lot of software kind of things are doing like sales now. I'm like, I don't know if it's like an April thing.
Yeah,
but like
gotcha, April Fools.
Yeah, no, they are. Universal Audio has one, but their stuff is always so expensive, so it's like half off. But I'm like, that compressor plugin is still $150.
Dang.
It's like, oh, if you buy 3, then you get 1 free. I'm like, that's still a lot.
You're spending like $700.
Yeah, and I'm like tempted. And Brian had mentioned, I'm like, oh, if you're gonna get one from Universal Audio, to get the Distressor plugin that they have because it's really good. And he's seen video. I saw comparing the UAD plugins to the real thing, they're not much of a difference.
Yeah.
Whereas a real distressor, which is like one of the most popular things that you see in a studio.
I think I've seen them in.
Jeff's got them at Double
like
Time.
Two of them maybe.
He has two one that's always on the snare, and one that's always on the kick.
Yeah.
And he uses them all the time. And so I'm like, so he was like, you would not do yourself a disservice about getting that one, but he's like, that's $150 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
He's also like, but
it's not bad, I guess. If you
compared to the real one, that's like
buy the real one,
$2,200 or $2,500.
Yeah.
It's like and it's really
and you could
close. He's like,
that's only one. So you have to buy another one if you want to use it. Yeah,
and you basically get that plug-in if the Apollo has enough memory or whatever, you can put them on multiple tracks or whatever. And
exactly.
So it might be something if I get that stimulus check, maybe or when, I guess. I haven't gotten it yet.
They forgot about you.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it yet, but maybe I would. And that's another sale that's going on for April. So I'm like, yeah, it's not like I need these things. And I haven't even started using the ones I just bought, but I'm like, what if? And it's like, and then even I got like ML Sand Labs has like, I think 40% off on their IRs. I'm like, I already have tons. I'm like going through their list of them. I'm like, I don't have the Gent one. Maybe I could get, I'm like, what the fuck do I need? I have so many. I have so if you guys are looking for IRs, yet again, not an ad, I really recommend ML Sound Labs. They have a lot of cool ones, and they're doing a sale. So
they're not going to break the bank.
No, and it could really change if you're using like a 2 notes or Helix or fucking using like I don't know, like a fractal or something like that. Then it's really going to change it up. So anyway, it just like I got bombarded with all these emails. I'm like just tempted. I'm like, oh man, I could buy this, but to me it's still I get it. I know. It's weird to buy like plugins and like IRs and stuff like that when they're like not real things. Like to me, I'm like,
they're like they're not even like full programs. Yeah. Like you would buy, a DAW or whatever.
Yes.
It's like a fraction.
It's like a thing that you would add on. So but they do make a difference in a sense. Yeah. Anyway, so like third party like plugins and stuff like that. Yeah. That's what I bought. So I'm excited to get stuff going with that. But what about you, Kyle? What's new in your world? What's shaking?
Pretty big thing actually.
You don't have a bunch of small things that just take up 15 minutes? Like
no. No, it's one huge thing actually that I've been it's a big change in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be taking a job in Austin, Texas.
Yes.
So, we live in San Diego. I'll be moving out there, starting there on May 1st.
Yeah.
So
coming up.
Yeah, it's a big life-changing thing, and I'm stoked for it. And podcast will still do it, and still do it over the phone or whatever. Yeah, it's not really a phone; it's a computer. We could probably try it over the phone. Probably shit. But
like a radio call-in show.
Yeah. A cup and string style.
Hey guys, so Baba Booey, hang up.
So it's a huge thing. For me, it's kind of a scary thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done that. I'm born and raised here. I've never.
Yeah, never lived anywhere else.
Yeah, so it'll be. I don't know. I'm excited and see what's around the corner and new chapter in my life and it's bittersweet. Excited for that, but sad for leaving. But I don't know. That's kind of
you got. It's a big thing. It's a big thing, and it's coming up quick.
Yeah. So
it'll be like it's a month, but you're thinking like, oh, okay,
yeah, fuck, I got a lot of shit I gotta do, and
and the plan is to and you're staying with family.
Yeah, first. So I'll be staying with family, and then see what's out there for living. So while I'm out there, 'cause I've been looking for property, land, houses, but obviously it's kind of hard when you live 1,500 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
I was having my brother, my mom look at places, but it's like it doesn't really translate to like have someone else look for a home for you. So
yeah,
once I'm out there, I'm gonna have time to be able to see all these places and see what's going on. So
yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
So
So that kind of
Kind of a bombshell, right? I don't
yeah.
know.
And so I guess like that's why I'm like, okay, this will maybe more of a topic talking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a lot will change.
Yeah.
Podcasts, like we've been doing the video ones. I think we're gonna keep doing that. And I'm saying for you, I'm like, you're moving, you need to buy a camera.
Yeah.
Like webcam or something like that, so we can work on doing. I think we can still do it. I know like a lot of other podcasts, they do like the remote ones, and they still like are able to do it. I'm like, I know like Rad Dudecast, I don't think they all do it together, so they do all, but they can edit the videos together. And I'm like, that's something like for me, even like in Final Cut, like it's like little tweaks and stuff like that you can still do a split screen and then just line up the audio. Anyway, so
yeah. So well, we gotta.
So that'll keep going, the podcast, and obviously, like even when you were out, not in town, or even like at the beginning of COVID, we were like, okay, a little bit more cautious. We didn't even do it together; we did it online. So, video would be nice to keep going. So we'll see if that, but audio is still going to be a thing. So the podcast is going to keep going, and then I guess if people don't know, we also play in a band together.
Yeah,
Playing Without a Pilot. We're going to finish that EP. We're kind of at the end of it. Like I said, Brian and I are going to work on doing drums and guitar over again, and then mixing it, and then mastering it. And that's something like a project that I'm excited to work on, just like to get that done.
Yeah.
But after that, I don't think we're going to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to stay together. I'm like, there's no way. It's like, wouldn't be worth it for us to go out there. You wouldn't be worth it
We'll just play like online together. We'll just play.
People think that's like possible. It's not.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah. So we'll probably just with things going. I'm like, oh, we could do like a last show. I'm like, we're not gonna have time.
No,
I don't think so.
No.
So, and then maybe if you ever come back out here,
and
or something like that.
I mean, I still have family that'll be living here. So.
But yeah, it wouldn't be. I don't think we'd do more shows. So
no,
I think. I don't think everybody's like, oh, what? And Playing Without a Pilot's not playing any shows. Like nobody's playing any shows in San Diego.
I don't think, and there's not a huge uproar. I don't think people are. What? You can't break up the band?
Yeah. It's I think we haven't played a live show since 2019 October.
Yeah,
just with everything. So it's like, it's like it sucks. I think it does suck that it's like, oh well, Kyle, you're like, I started it, I'm ending it.
If there's anyone, it's gonna be me.
I started this thing, I'm ending it. I made you, I can stop you.
Kyle giveth and Kyle taketh away. No.
And we like with creating music and stuff like that, I think we can still work together and do stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
But I know you had mentioned that you wanted to keep doing your was it the digital trip music?
Yeah.
So it whether you change the name or not, but it's like you wanted to do.
I still want to make that stuff.
Yeah, that type of.
I still
like,
enjoy doing that
retrowave kind of stuff.
And I do like band, like actual not band stuff, but like not that style.
But you had even mentioned like having like live guitar on it. I'm like, oh, would you play guitar? And I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. And then even you could have Johnny do stuff, or like even if Brian did percussion or something. Like it's still a possibility.
Yeah.
I just think under the plain name, I don't think we're gonna do more music.
Yeah,
because it's just like why? Like we could do other projects.
We gave it a good run.
No. And it's like that's what sucks. I think more people are like, "Oh no, we can keep it going." And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we'd be open to it, but I'm not gonna like say like, "Hey, we're gonna keep the band going." I'm like, we know it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
because it'd be like, you can still write and record. I'm like, I wouldn't want to write music for a band that's not gonna do anything,
Yeah.
So it'd be like, I think some people like they are like still working on like stuff that I mean, you could still do that. And if it were like bigger bands,
a band that broke up like 5 years ago, they're still writing music for it.
Yeah,
it's like just you, dude.
Just stop.
Yeah,
just put it under a new project. So I think that's probably where we are now. Maybe we'll be like, oh yeah, it'd be fun to just do like a
on
show
hiatus
out there. But I'm not even gonna say that. I'm like, we're pretty much done. But I want to get this record out and we'll do it for free and stream it on Bandcamp or whatever. But just to like, let's just finish these songs. And then new ones that we were writing, like maybe if you want to keep one of them and then the other one that we never wrote lyrics for, then I'm like, oh, well, I'll just take that and I'll do something with it.
Yeah.
So, I think I don't know. That's where I'm thinking with it. Like, I guess maybe we're discussing it live.
Yeah. We'll let the kids listen.
Yeah. Like, I think it's it's done.
Yeah.
Like I want to get that EP done.
Just
and
because
then,
it's been a big part of our life,
Mhm.
2 years to get that shit
yeah,
done.
and these songs we've played them so much that I'm like, just get them out. I like them.
And they're good songs. Yeah.
And it's not like I would, want to carry these on to something else. Because it's like, it was the three of us. And
It's
even
true.
just like, oh, what about playing without a pilot and get Johnny or Co to play bass? I'm like, it's not going to be playing without a pilot then.
Yeah.
It would be a different 3-piece band. So that's why I'd be like, it sucks, and not even to disparage or say anything about Brian, but like a drummer could leave and the band still goes on, but either one of us left the band, it wouldn't be the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, if it's not both of us, it's not gonna be the same band. Which, like I said, Brian's important and he's big help and he's doing a lot of stuff. So I don't want to say that, but we have had other drummers before.
Yeah.
So it sounds like shitty. I'm like, no, I do appreciate them. So, but yeah, there's just with playing, like you couldn't do it without either one of us. And I wouldn't want to be like, let's play plain songs and have a different bass player play it. I just won't I could easily, not easily, but like find somebody to play like simpler bass lines and just don't sing. And I'm like, why? I'll, work on a new project or join one or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep playing, obviously, just in case. I'd be like, all right, Brian, since you're not playing in my band anymore, I'm not going to play in yours.
Yeah.
We're working on new stuff and I'm excited about it. But so again, I'm like, it's cool because I'm like, oh, I can still have an outlet to play music and play live music and stuff like that. And with, a band. So I will just be playing bass. I might try and force it to be like, oh, let me sing more and stuff like that. Just so I can get that outlet. Just because I'm like, I will go, which I need to practice singing on my own more. I still don't, but yeah. I mean, what in your head, are you going to keep doing music or what are you going to,
I plan on still, making my own music. I don't know if I'll play with anyone. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll just become a bedroom player.
Yeah.
It's like my most dreaded nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds great in a bedroom.
But I mean, if you are also focusing on recording music too, so it's like, but you're recording probably in a bedroom. I don't know if you're gonna have like a giant studio
warehouse
room, yeah. Where you're staying, but you're staying with family for the first part. So you're like, okay, you're probably, computer with the Focusrite, you can get a lot done.
Yeah, no, and I'm set up really well, I think, for that.
And then playing, you're probably not gonna like, I'm gonna play loud amps.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with.
I think I mentioned it to you, and you're like, no, I'll keep it. I'm like, oh.
Well, right off the bat, I'm not gonna have a house. You are correct.
Yeah, it's like,
but why would I need? If I got like a 30-acre property, dude, I could fucking crank that thing. Think that 810.
Yeah, but for who?
For me, dude. I don't care about anyone else.
Yeah, to me, it's just I think my head. I'm like, I'm already thinking of like, okay, well, if we're not going to be playing guitar for a while in any bands, I might just get rid of some stuff.
Yeah,
I know for me, and I'm like, I'm not even moving. Like I would get rid of my 80-30 combo because I like that thing, but I don't see myself playing it, which sucks. I wonder if I really think I could get by with the 80-15 combo. It's 15 watts, 12-inch speaker. This one is 30 watts, 2 12-inch speakers.
Yeah.
Because I also do, and everybody's heard this, but if you're new, I also have an 80-30 head. The exact same thing, but in a head version. So I wouldn't like be like, well, you're not going to get those tones. I'm like, no, I literally can't.
Yeah.
And using a fractal for most stuff anyways. But so even just for me, so like, but for you, you probably would downsize stuff.
Yeah.
And gear and stuff like that. So I know you're like, oh, well, I'll eventually get a property, but I'm like, if you're not playing in a band, why would you need 2 amps?
Exactly.
That are very big.
Very big, very heavy. Yeah, no, it's true. I would probably downsize. I don't know what I would do though. I haven't gotten that far in thinking about the music gear that I have. I was thinking, what am I gonna do with all these fucking pedals?
Yeah.
I don't think I need all of them.
Yeah.
But I want to,
you definitely don't need 5 DS1s.
Yeah, I think those are all DS1s. Oh, one of them is a metal zone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
Tricked you.
A black DS1 and then the metal zone. Yeah.
Shit, no, you're right.
But yeah, okay. So this sucks because it's like I think you're like a big one to say that I'll never sell stuff. Now it's like, well,
I might never.
Like you don't need it for the money, but I'm like, would you sell some of those?
Yeah, I would sell. I'd probably clear out the MX. I'd probably clear out the stuff that is not rare.
Mhm.
Like I would probably keep all like the limited edition walrus pedals.
I sound like such an asshole phrasing that. That sucks because I'm like, I didn't mean it like that, but I'm like, I have been paring stuff down, and I haven't been like, I'm not going anywhere.
That's I mean, that doesn't take up that much room.
And then
put it in a fucking milk crate.
Mm-hmm. And this is me, like, I guess more or less projecting, because I'm like, I'm selling stuff because like I don't like keeping stuff, and like just to clear out like the room to paint, I'm like, I could probably fit all minus guitar cases and guitars. I'm like, a lot of my belongings in the back of my truck.
Yeah,
I like that. I like just to be able, not to be like
be on the road.
Yeah, not
on the move.
Yeah, I think I've said it. But I sleep on like one of those like foldable floor mats, like the Takami, the Japanese. I don't know. I want to say futon, but it's not.
Tatami.
Really. Takami. Oh. I think it's Takami. But anyways, people were like, I bought that because like I was for Herman, because he would like couldn't get up and in his older age, and then I just got so used to it. Like to me, like that's so comfortable to sleep on the floor, like with a dog, like a dog. And it's
just like a big dog bed.
Yeah,
it doesn't have like the rolled sides
for a dog.
My dog.
But anyway, so like I said, I'm probably asked that question more projecting, because for me, I now look and I'm like, well, I need to sell amps. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I need to sell that. Because I'm like, we're definitely not playing for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll sell. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm not going to take it with me right this second once I leave coming up here. Yeah. I'll take some things. Yeah. I'm going to take stuff that I will need. Maybe I'll want to use when I'm just kind of bored out there.
Playing and recording and stuff like that. And even just like at amp, you can we've said it before, you don't even need one, because you can use plugins and stuff like that. And if you really wanted more of like a realistic one, then you could download Helix Native or whatever. Yeah. Or even
they do. I mean, the family out there, they do a lot of like, gather around, everyone, we're going to start playing. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably get a little amp.
But you're not going to be like, little bass amp. Yeah, here's the 810.
Yeah.
Could get one of those new Ampeg Rocket combos.
that would rock everyone.
Well, they come with different sizes. I think we talked about
even the smallest, I think.
On the Patreon one. It's like the Rocket Series bass amps.
Yeah.
Johnny has one. He gigged with it he still has it for home practice, but he like would gig with that one a lot. It's like you'd see him at like bars because it's so much easier to take than an Ampeg classic rig. And then his other 20 rigs that he has were all fucking huge. Yeah. And then so that one, I'm like, oh, you could use that, like a combo, and then they come in different wattages.
Yeah.
I'm like, that'd be kind of cool. Or you get like
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Think about like what bass amps, because I never think about like a practice bass amp.
You used to get a little guitar amp, really.
Mm-hmm.
Probably sound like shit, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I could. I'll just bring the 3. I'll just bring the 3 and that 410. That'll be a good practice.
Yeah, I mean that would be better than the classic.
Yeah,
classic, you can't even turn that down.
Yeah,
but.
You have to put like blankets and pillows on it to turn it down.
No, you could also. No, I mean there's practice. I mean, fuck, I don't even know. Say probably the Ampeg ones, or Fender makes a bass practice amp.
Yeah,
I honestly never even look. I think of a practice amp, not super expensive. I would think of the Katana, but that's a guitar. I think you can probably use it for bass, but you wouldn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
No, you would like be turning it up super loud to damage the speaker, but it would.
Maybe that's a topic when we get there. So.
Yeah, like what's a good practice setup? Yeah. And also, you could just plug into the Focusrite. You use plugins, because I'm like, and you're just going to use
just the monitors.
Yeah, or headphones.
Exactly.
And then that's what you would use to record anyway. So dial in a sound on the plugin that you're going to want to. Anyway, that sucks, because it's like people like amps, and amps are really cool, but it's like kind of at a point of like you can't take it with you kind of thing. But it's like, yeah, you wouldn't. So you would just use a plugin, and people are like, they're not as good. I'm like, they're good enough. And they're like the new plane stuff. we didn't use an Ampeg. We used a Fractal.
Yeah.
And going back and listening to it, I'm like, that sounds great. I don't think we're not gonna reamp it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
And then guitars, I'm like, I'm not gonna reamp them. I'm just gonna use the Fractal. Which people are like, oh god, yeah, use the real amps, or I can mic an amp, a real amp, shittier than I could. Yeah, and just to have it to say that I used a real one.
Yeah.
Which
I used it, but I didn't keep that.
I
tucked it. I tucked it way back.
Yeah, no,
I kept both signals.
I think Sean, Tolly, he runs his studio, so sometimes he'd be like, yeah, no, we'll totally mic it, da 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 da. But he's like, you have the dry track. He's like, I'm kind of just gonna use my Kemper.
Yeah.
So he's like, but they don't know, because if they get it, like, oh yeah, no, that was you, dude. And he's like, oh man, that sounds great. He's like, yep. So, but yeah, I mean, let's say you would bring stuff over there initially.
Yeah. So
what, you would like bring a bass and a guitar, or bring several of them?
Yeah. So I'll probably do the P bass. I'll probably do 2 guitars.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should bring the grabber too, just so I don't want it to be. I don't know. Probably bring the grabber.
Yeah. You still have that Gator case you never returned.
Yeah, I gotta modify it. Too late now. I gotta knock out whatever piece of wood is preventing it from seating fully, but it'll work. Yeah, and then probably bring like, a couple dirt pedals, and then like my Strymon pedals.
Should build a board before you go.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you should get a Mobius. You just have all 3 at the top. Not that
I don't need it.
Goes against anything that like you're trying to get rid of stuff. So you get.
I buy more.
Yeah.
I'll bring some of my classic effects. I don't think. Yeah, I'll bring some of my MXR. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't really use those too much with anything actually.
Yeah. Yeah. This is like kind of like, I think we like, oh yeah, I would never have to do that. Da, da, da. Now you're like thinking like, shit, can't take it all with you. So not that you were like thinking about selling stuff, but it's like, what would you take? And
what am I going to take that I can fit into my Crown Vic? Because that's literally, I'm just jetting out there, and then I'll come back and grab more stuff later on.
Yeah.
But
just take a truck out there.
But then I have to rent. I'll have to have a vehicle while I'm out there for me.
Yeah. And
I won't have a personal vehicle.
Tow it.
Yeah, I'd just rather.
Yeah, there you just take
everything to fit in the trunk. And I mean, everywhere. Actually, so I have an obligation to take all my firearms with me, which is a lot, but I'll be able to get them all in the trunk, and I'll put guitars inside the back row seat, and then clothes and stuff. But yeah, I think we'll be good.
Yeah, and then I would take, because the 3 that I would really consider, not that the Meteor isn't cool, it would be the Tele, Cabernita, or the Strat.
Yeah,
it would be maybe all 3 of those.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Not that the Meteor isn't cool, but it's just like it's not as versatile as any of the others.
Yeah,
and
it's not even done really.
Yeah,
it's still needs some more work. But yeah, the Blue Tele, the Walnut Cabernita, and then and that would be plenty versatile. That Tele would probably be, the Blue Tele would be fucking great.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, no, we're looking. Like, I forgot that there's video. We're looking at
your
guitar rack. It's totally. We're not looking at. Sorry, we're like looking and not even talking about it. I'm like, Tele probably. And
it's got the.
You had to only take 2.
If I'd only take 2, I'd take the Walnut and the
Tele.
No, I'd do the Super Strat.
I just think because they're so.
Well, yeah, I guess
because they're both humbuckers. It's a 2 humbucker Cabernita type deal, and then a 2 humbucker Super Strat. But the Strat has, I guess, if you really wanted to think about it, it would be the Strat and the Tele.
Yeah, for versatility, but playability. Damn, that fucking Cabernita is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm still looking at it. Sorry, the Cabernita is fucking great. But yeah, I would say, yeah, for versatility, the Blue Tele and the Super strat.
Yeah. But I mean, all these like
It's all right. I think they forgive you.
Yeah.
You're under duress right now.
like drinking these lager lights.
They're fucking great.
Yeah, I haven't drinking
Been a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, last week.
Yeah, last week. But it's like, leading up to that, I'm like, I think I was just drinking seltzers.
I feel like it's been like a year.
Seltzers and like whiskey were the only thing I was drinking.
Jesus.
Not like, and as far as alcohol, not like,
not just your daily intake.
The only thing you drink is just Trulies and fucking Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Just brush your teeth, fucking down a fucking can, go to work.
Look.
Chug a look. All right.
Let's see. Yeah, I think building a board, not that that's like a high priority, but I'm like, if you could just take a board with you that's already set up, I'm like, you've never really had one.
Yeah. And I have boards too.
Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, I think that would probably be the best way to go, is just build a board so that you can have it and just use it.
Yeah.
But
I'll be also taking my Korg also. And I think I just threw away the box like a month and a half ago. I was like, oh, fucking, I don't need that.
Yeah. Well, do you use pedals when you record?
When I do guitar, yeah.
How do they, I guess
how it hits the front end sometimes pretty hard.
Yeah, how do drive pedals hit like the front end?
They don't do too well.
'Cause I don't think I've ever used pedals with I don't really use plugins for guitar. Like as far as like the amp, the guitar sounds and stuff like that.
I usually let the plugin do a lot of the work.
Yeah.
But occasionally I'll throw a delay or something that, where you can physically mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the programs that I use, not that they're amazing, I know exactly how to use them, but they get what I'm trying to do most of the time.
Yeah.
So
I think the only pedal I really have been using for recording with my Fractal, because the Fractal can pretty much do all the sounds, and I'm not really missing anything. I guess I just like that, like gravity bomb boost. Like I feel like just all the way turned down, but it's not like a volume thing. It's just like the pushing. It just acts like a buffer to me. I'm like, I just like it on because I'm like, I feel like it does something.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is
it's on there. It better be on.
It's fucking crushing it. And Alex is like, it does. It's fucking a buffer. That's what it does. I'm like, it just adds a little spice. But I would think of like hitting the front end of a Fractal is different than hitting the front end of an interface with Signal. Because even when I record DIs going into my interface, I'm using a DI box.
Yeah.
I have heard that you need one. I've also heard that you don't really need one with some of these, because it's like, oh, they're talking about the Scarletts have the combo type jack where it's like you can either put a quarter
XLR,
inch or XLR, and so like, oh, you can just do that and it's totally fine to get your dry DI stuff. Just make sure it's not clipping or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, also heard you totally need one because of why I forgot, but I'm like, well, somebody says you need one, so I just do it.
Yeah.
And then so
they said,
yeah,
that's what you get, man. You listen to Peter McKinnon all the time, carrying it over to other things in your life.
Yeah. I'm like, I cannot stop doing this.
I thought it was me. I did like a...
I know. We've both been doing it back and forth. Normally I do my best to cut it out, but I'm like, with video to cut out certain things, to have it match still, I'm like, no. You guys are getting the burps and stuff.
Sorry.
Like that. Yeah.
Just get it farther away.
No.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
And then I kicked the camera. God, this episode.
Yeah.
Start it over.
You're like trashing it. I'm like, yeah, podcast is done. I'm like, no, we're going to keep it going. No, you just smash my equipment.
Oh, well, I guess we can't.
Yeah. But
sabotage.
Booyah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else. It sucks just to say, like, you really don't need amps.
No. And I have two of them.
Yeah.
Two full setups.
I have, and especially the ones that you have. So I guess if people are unfamiliar and you've heard it, but it's like you have the Ampeg refrigerator cab, the 8x10, the classic one. And then you also have a 410 HLF Ampeg cab, which is also still pretty big.
Yeah.
Then you have an Ampeg classic head.
Yep.
300 watt tube head. Like what, 80 pounds?
Yeah, they're pretty fucking heavy.
And then you also have an SVT3 Pro in an SKB case with like, everything all in there.
Is that a 6?
It's a 4.
4.
So it's got it's meant for like, shows and touring and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
But between those two, neither one of those are a home practice setup.
They're not like easy. Yeah, easy to set up and easy to move around.
Yeah, and it does suck to admit this on like a guitar gear centric podcast.
It's embarrassing.
But I almost never play my live amps. Like I have, like live amps with live speakers.
They're so great though. It's a different world when I move from playing, and I've explained it before, playing into the computer versus like it's so much easier to set up on the 8030.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much easier to dial in versus like, oh, what am I hitting? What's peaking?
Yeah.
Dial it back. But then it's like, obviously because that's what that thing's fucking meant for. That thing is a bunch of ones and zeros.
Yeah, and that's also to say too. It's like because you're going just directly into the interface into a computer plugin, whereas like something like a Helix or whatever, it's meant for the guitar going directly into it, and then it
affected,
and then it goes out affected to the interface.
Mm-hmm.
So, whereas like the amp is meant to do that. So it's like and there's like 4 knobs on there to change the sound. That's about it.
Yeah.
5 actually. There's the gain, the volume, and then the 3-tone or 3
it's
EQ.
A lot more complicated with the Focusrite because if your settings are fucked up in the Focusrite settings, and then if you don't have even if just your my Windows settings, if like I haven't even tried it, I did an update on it, I bet something's fucked because it acts differently now. When I shut down, it has a blue screen. Like, why would you do blue screen? Because blue screen's a bad thing when you see it flash. Anyways,
blue screen of death.
Blue screen of death. It like flashes just when it's shutting down. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks, Windows. Because I have like orange. I do orange for my setups, and it's like, blue. I'm like, okay. First time I saw it, I was like, oh shit. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's some other things I've noticed that changed when I updated. But anyways,
I remember what the hell I was saying the other day. I think I was teasing you about like, oh yeah,
teasing me.
He had said something about like a PC or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, because they're so much better than Windows, or like, or they're so much better than Mac. He's like, no, what I could do for that? I'm like, what do you actually do?
Can't tell you.
Do you ever see those memes of like PC are so much better and faster and more capable than consoles? I'm like, is yours? And then the kid's like, it's a kid like talking, and then they say what he says, like PCs are so much better than more powerful than consoles. Or is yours? He's like, it's like the next scene is a kid crying. It's like, it's pretty good. Just like you're a PC guy, but yours sucks.
Yours still sucks, but it's the potential.
Yeah,
it's the potential that brought you to PCs. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we can describe. You got any more memes you want to just act out? Actually,
yeah. Fuck what I was saying, but yeah, my computer's getting old. So far, it's still good. I've thought about it. I'm like, no, this thing's still pretty brand new. I'm like, oh, it's 2017.
Yeah, damn. Thing's a fucking dinosaur.
It is, which is
even mine already. I got to upgrade.
Really?
I mean, no, that's fine.
That's fine. I haven't had any problems.
I tried when I built it to go as far as I could without like shelling out a bunch of money, but
there are just random things that like I'm just not a computer guy or anything like that. And I'm like, this isn't working.
Brian Gower, the computer guy.
Yeah. Bill. And it's like, it just like when I, set my computer like desk, up again, I have I mainly use my laptop like you would a desktop. Like I have everything plugged into it and all my peripherals as far as keyboard and mouse, and you have a monitor, and then I have also hooked up to the TV, which I don't use the dual screens all that much.
Yeah.
But I like having it there. Because it's like...
Because you had the option.
Yeah, I like having the option.
Application.
And then I was setting everything up and plugged it all, back together, and then like it wasn't recognizing the TV. I'm like, fuck, did I get the wrong, input on the HDMI, so I'm running cables back and forth, like unplugging things, checking it back in, and then I have a
feel like an operator back in there.
yes. And then that rat's nest of cables or whatever, following things back. Because the way I have it set up is like I have to go out of the display port to an active HDMI little dongle, and then to go to HDMI to that. And it's never been a problem. And then it wouldn't recognize it. I'm like, fuck, right, it's not doing it. Turn the thing off, checking, changing the HDMI ports, checking the cable, and doing like the Doc Brown. and then like putting it back and forth, checking and plugging, and I'm like, it's not going, and I'm like kind of getting more pissed. I'm like, just restart the computer. I did, and I was like, bloop, totally no fucking problem. I'm like, why? It's like the IT crud. You try turning it off and on again?
Yeah.
And it worked.
Us humans,
it fucking worked.
Us humans built you. Work for me.
It totally works. And I'm like, I'm not going to question it. It does. I'm like, let's move on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's like the number one rule. So it's really your fault.
Yeah. That's rule number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that it worked. It would have pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah. Because you just got other things fucking fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one more to be like, I don't know, bullshit to have to take to Apple or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so far it's working good. But I was thinking the other day, I'm like, the computer is just old in the world of computers, and that's what sucks. I'm like, fuck. Eventually, I'm going to have to probably get a new one, and then whatever. Doesn't matter. Don't want to worry about that because I'm like, ugh. Like just
fuck.
This is for my computer and my card. Like, just both of you, just stay.
Stop
we're a
it.
Team here.
Stay.
Stay. Yeah, we're a team here. I've been good to you. Like I treat you both well. Going to questionable.
Can't even lie.
Going to questionable places in both of those.
Yeah. CD locations on.
Yeah. And yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll talk about it more as it happens. But you kind of have an idea. It's like you know that you need to pack a little lighter with the gear. You can't take all the gear with you.
Yeah.
But you have the same, the idea of like enough to go out there to play and create and record.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try and bring the 810.
Yeah. That's yeah. It's like, with the bases, I'm like, okay. And even like you really don't need two, but you don't want to leave both of them. Like you can't really pick between them. Like, oh, well, there's the P bass that always works, and that's your P bass. Anyway, yeah, you got some decisions to make here as far as what you're taking, what you're leaving, what you're.
Yeah, I kind of cursed myself with all this stuff, but
yeah, and I think a lot of people think, well, it's a good problem to have. I'm like, yeah, until you have to like think about it.
Yeah, until you have to lug it across the country.
Yes, until you have to move all this shit.
Exactly.
So I think about like my pedals. I'm like,
You don't have very many.
No. I think I have pared them down. There's
Not
two.
trying to knock you down. I'm just saying.
Two, I gotta sell. I gotta sell those double boost drive ones.
Yeah, I gotta get all. You know, what'd probably help is just getting all those pedals back to Johnny.
Just so you get.
I have like 9 or 10.
Yeah,
because every time he would come, he'd be like, "Hey, I brought you something.
Here, try this. It's like,
oh, sick.
Yeah,
which is fine. He's a generous guy.
Yeah, he's like, I don't think he wants them in storage.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's got.
I still want them because they'll be sitting here for. I don't want something happening to them.
Yeah.
Not that anything's gonna happen, but
yeah,
just get them, Johnny. If you're watching this, which you're not, just come grab them.
Just
you drive up here.
Yeah. So I guess how about a different topic?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I think we mentioned this before. We were on Doug and Joseph's podcast, the movie podcast.
That's a plug right there.
Masters of the Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
But that episode dropped today.
Hell yeah.
And even though
that should have been our What's New.
We
fucking killed it.
It's, I think I listened to it, and the way that they do it, they make you want to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. I wanted to watch it while we were doing it.
I wanted to watch it
Doug does like his narration. He breaks down scene by scene. You're like, close your eyes. You could almost see it, but
yeah, like a mystery science theater kind of thing. Yeah, like a movie commentary or like play along while you're watching the movie.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool. I'm sure that would get taken down real quick.
Definitely.
But you listen to some of the episode again. I mean, like, we were on it.
Well, yeah.
So there's no reason to.
You gotta listen how stupid your own voice sounds. Sometimes you gotta just give it a shot and go.
And
yeah,
it was
I did
funny.
say some stupid things.
Yeah, we talked about how we liked the movie and
Yeah.
whatever, but it still holds up.
Yeah.
And it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Flip over to that.
Yeah,
Take a break from us.
It was The Mask. So
yeah, it was The Mask.
I was thinking of like movies that I would want to. We just saw that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I want to watch it again.
Damn good.
It still holds up, and it still makes me want to watch that fucking movie again. So I was thinking, I think we've talked about it before, of shows with good rewatchability
Yeah.
and video games that have
Playability.
good replayability. There's there's some shows you never want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Some games like you can't really ever play it again because it's like a puzzle game. You solved the puzzle.
Like literally a puzzle. Like
Yeah.
board games.
Mhm.
First time, you throw it back in the closet, never pull it out again.
What was that
Did you
one?
ever like puzzles?
The Portal 2
Yeah.
or whatever. It's like, I think, heard it's like, oh, this is a game that's great and super fun with zero replayability.
Yeah, because you already know where to place every single thing.
Yeah.
You might be able to play it once, or you might be able to have a replay of like one other time, like a month or two down the road. Not like, all right, I'm doing it again.
Like 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I'd fucking play that right now.
and then you think, yeah. So anyway,
Not
that's
to defeat I get what you mean.
yeah. Like, where it's
It's
like
a puzzle game. You already know the game.
You know
There's no surprises.
You know the solution.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I want to talk about movies.
Yeah,
Movies
we're
that you'd
talking
want to
games.
watch again. So let's see. I got a list, and it's just they're not like real showstoppers, but I think I've like if it's on TV or if I'll watch it.
If you're scrolling through your streaming services,
I would be like, I'll watch that.
fuck yeah.
So we can maybe go back and forth.
Yeah, I'll start.
Yeah.
Fucking Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay.
Love that. I love that. I almost said show. Love that movie.
Yeah.
Watch it over and over and over again.
I haven't seen it in a while.
God damn.
But I remember liking it. And then that's one that I think maybe I saw like maybe twice.
Dang. You fucked up, dude.
You fucked up.
It's fucking great. It's just like the references and just like his, obviously it's not like
That was such a huge movie back when we were in high school.
It was like such a game changer, I think. Just the way it came out, just like it
Yeah.
was so awkwardly weird.
Yeah, I
But
remember
it was still like clean humor that you didn't feel awkward
and it
watching
was-
it with other people.
for like in high school, super quotable.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like the same like type of like bust your gut humor
Yeah.
of like fucking like another one at the time, Super Bad.
Yeah.
I think about that. Like that one's fucking hilarious. I didn't even write it down, but yeah, that would be one. But it's like very quotable, and it's like the dumb shit, and it's like it's silly, but it's also like not over the top, unrealistic or whatever.
If you're gonna add Superbad to yours, I'm gonna throw Pineapple Express because it's like the same fucking thing, but just guys are older.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that one's pretty good to watch.
Yeah, that was one I watched once because I felt like I had to, and it was. There's like some movies that they just get really overblown and overhyped that people.
And then you don't want to watch them. Yeah.
No, or you watch them and you're expecting way more.
Yeah.
I think Pineapple Express was that for me.
Okay.
Watched it once and I'm like, I thought Superbad was better. Everybody's saying that this is the best fucking movie.
Oh no,
And then
I don't.
I Love You, Man. That one was so overhyped by the drummer,
the people that we knew. Yeah.
Yeah, drummer and his like friends.
Which
at the
it's not a
time.
bad movie.
And I'm like, I watch it. I'm like, this isn't like the quotable line that they would always say. It's like, this fucking sucks. Like that is not funny. It's like we had a drummer when we were younger, even like for Anchorman. He made it like you not want to watch the movie.
Oh yeah.
He was
Blues
like
Brothers and Anchorman.
he would like quote. I think he only had those two DVDs.
Yeah.
But he would quote like lines from Anchorman that aren't like funny or quotable.
Yeah, they're like
it's like that. Well, that escalated quickly. It's like he stabbed a guy or whatever. Those are like things that you're like, oh yeah. And then obviously the fucking whale's vagina thing.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. There's like so many lines of that are quotable and funny, but he would repeat like it smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Yeah.
and he thought that was the funniest thing. And then I'm like, he would repeat it all the time. And then even when it's like didn't fit the scenario or like anything that's like relatable to that, he would just try and shove it in there. And I'm like, dude, you make me not want to watch this fucking movie ever again.
You make me want to beat the shit out of you, actually. Skip straight there.
But anyway, so people can kind of like build stuff up, and then when you finally watch it,
Yeah.
so that was I Love You Man, and like they're all kind of like the same kind of like guys, like Paul Rudd and fucking whatever,
Yeah.
like that crew, and it was like that and Pineapple Express for me. I'm like, it was
All
just so like, oh, that's good.
All
That's
right,
good.
all right.
I know.
So Superbad's your first one?
I would say I didn't even write it down, but I think I had like,
This is an official document.
Yeah.
It's okay.
this is one, duh. It's like everybody would say this, but the Star Wars trilogy, like the original ones,
Yeah.
yeah, I can watch those, and I still think they're fucking sick.
Yeah. No, definitely. They're classics, obviously.
Mhm.
Started like a
And that's the one I
Revolution
didn't
and-
want to say like, oh yeah, I'll pick classics or whatever, but like
Yeah.
those are,
yeah.
like they're fun to watch.
I put down 300.
Uh-huh.
So I never saw it when it was like brand new in movies or in the movie theaters. But because that was another movie that was hyped. And I think when it came out, it was like, it's rated R.
Yeah.
And it's like, my parents would never let me go see a rated R movie. So once, I'm the bad boy. I'm the black sheep of the family. Once I got out, I fucking watched it a million times. Anyways, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like the art style.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like it a lot. I like that movie, and it's pretty sick.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing it and I dig it. I dug it at least. Yeah, no, I don't actually really remember anything about it,
Okay.
but I know I saw it,
Good.
and then I'm like, good thing you need to see it again,
Nah. I'm not going to tell you what to do,
but you should.
but yeah.
Yeah, I would say Terminator 2.
Oh, fuck.
I would even like watching
Damn
it back when it
I
was
should
on
put that on my
TV. But it was the best when it was uncut. Not uncut, but the regular, version with the blood, the cursing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not the,
Not the
cable
TV version.
cable TV with all the commercials. That one is so fucking good. That's like one where the sequel is better than the original.
Yeah, definitely.
Ah, so sick. Oh my God.
Just that scene I'm thinking of when he's driving that big ass truck. Like,
I was thinking the same thing.
just like, it's such an epic scene.
awesome. It's so, and then he
Goes under the bridge and it just chops the whole top of the semi off, and he's just like, he's still there driving it. He's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And then they just can't stop him.
Yeah. It's crazy.
The liquid metal in Terminator. That, yeah. I like thinking of where he's on, the dirt bike, and he's fucking a truck driving down there.
Yeah.
Because in like I'm playing GTA 5, just trying it, just getting back and just fucking around in that game. They have like big rigs that you can drive in that, and it's just like fun to just like.
Dude, you can link up. You could back in and like take a car carrier. You could take a trailer. You could drive around.
I was driving around, and there's a thing. It's still with GTA. It must be something with like how it recalls like data or memory or something like that.
I know what you're gonna say.
You get a vehicle, and then it respawns all of that vehicle.
Yeah.
Like I want something different. It's like, oh, you can have this same fucking thing.
Just a different color. Yeah.
Like I had never seen trucks. I think I played it like 3 different times. I'm not doing any missions, just fucking around.
Yeah.
And I saw a truck. So I'm like, oh, stop him, pull him over, rip him out of the car, shoot him, and then take his truck. And then I see another one that has, down the road that has the trailer on. I'm like, well, I want that one because I want to just barrel down, like get as much speed and just start like knocking cars and people over and shit. And then you can drive to the end of the boardwalk and just like smash everybody.
Jesus,
I know this
Christ, you had some problems.
Take that out of context where I'm like, I want to kill everybody and shoot them and steal their semi.
I'll show you a semi, pal.
Yeah. Okay. Semicolon.
Had most of it removed.
Yeah. So, like they just respawn the same fucking car.
Yeah. No, I totally feel that.
I hate that. Anyway. Movies.
Movie. So I'm going to say, I'll just do 2 really quick. Behind Enemy Lines.
Mm-hmm.
Love that movie. One of my favorite movies ever. And then Jarhead, right below that. Jarhead is fucking cool.
Never seen it either.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Jarhead's sick because it's like a Gulf War, like first Gulf War account. You don't really ever see any movies on that.
Yeah.
But it's just a very personal story.
In the Army now.
There you go.
Seen that.
Wasn't that in a different
I don't know. I just
country?
was thinking, I don't even know. I just know it's a dumb war. It's a movie with Andy Dick and Pauly Shore. How good can it be?
Is that on your list?
No.
Oh.
I got
Biodome is though.
My cousin Vinny.
Okay.
That is like I like it. It's still funny. I think it was like maybe it could have been like months ago. It was like on TV. And I saw it and I'm like, oh, there's like just it's so good. It's just like not as funny because it's like his like Joe Pesci's like cursing or whatever. Like that's a fucking surprise. Like under his breath. What was that? Nothing.
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking clown in his suit. And that's a funny movie. And Marissa Tomei, oh man. Oh baby. Yeah. That was a good one.
Marissa Tomei?
Yeah. The George Costanza, My Cousin Vinny.
So last one I have is Dances with Wolves. There's other movies, but this is my short list, I guess.
Yeah, never seen it. I bring this topic. I'm like I don't watch a lot of movies, and they're all like dumb comedies. I think
it's visually kind of stunning. With a pretty good story.
Stunning estate.
Not Kevin Costner, bro. He's my bro.
Yeah.
No, Waterworld? Jesus.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about Waterworld?
We did.
A long time ago.
And then you're like, well, we can just watch it. And then we ended up watching Waterworld. I'm like, yeah, I've never seen it. And so we watched it. And you're like, yep, that was it. I'm like, why do you bring it up all the time? I'm like, that movie wasn't bad.
Yeah, but
it wasn't.
People hated it.
Good.
Dances with Wolves, I would say, is fucking great.
No, Waterworld did suck.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It just didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like, why did he drink his own piss?
Well, he put it through like
but just take seawater and filter it.
I don't think it does the same thing, dude. It's got salt in it.
Yeah, well, there's piss in piss.
Not when I do it.
Yeah, but it was.
You can't just filter out salt. That's what I'm saying. You can filter out.
And there's salt in your piss?
There's probably some, yeah. There's salt in your sweat.
Yeah.
Salt in your sack.
I don't know. I haven't tried my.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Reel it in.
Pee is stored in the balls. Changed my mind. This is getting dumb.
Right.
But yeah, that's
kind of another movie or what?
It was Tommy Boy.
Oh fuck, Tommy Boy.
I had we're running along here.
I was trying to avoid those like big classic movies, I guess.
Is that a classic?
Yes, Tommy Boy is a classic. I was trying to avoid like, Ferris Bueller's and like some of those like teen comedies, like Hugh, what's that guy's name?
John Hughes.
John Hughes.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid those types of movies because I love those and watch those.
Tangent here. So it was yesterday. I was driving along. I'm on a lunch break at work. Just driving along. He's driving along. Then at a stoplight, and I saw this bee kind of just like hover, and then just like beeline into my car, and I'm like, kind of see it. I'm like, and then I was like, I was like, oh shit! I'm trying to see him, and he goes, just down in between the seat and the door, and I'm driving now, and I'm like, realize I'm like swerving.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck! I can't don't know where he is, and I'm like, and I'm gonna like, if my car, like nobody was around, but I'm like, it would just driving like an S.
Is this with your new tires?
No, old tires.
Oh shit! Double the like danger here.
Yeah, my middle name. So anyway, I just thought like oh yeah, and then I ended up like on my way back to work. He like just kind of floated away. Like he did like hung out in my car for like 10, 15 minutes and then just like.
Well, when
I was like, yeah,
bring up bees.
Yeah.
Last time I drove your truck, which was like just last week, while I was driving, I heard something come in and like hit, like I felt it hit like my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck was that? And I'm like, I've had this before where an insect, which is a bee, comes in, hits you, and then it lands on your skin and it fucking stings you.
Yeah.
And so I'm like looking for it.
It's like that's
I found it. It was by my fucking near my crotch.
Yeah.
Fucking danger zone.
I think getting out of the vehicle
smashed the shit.
Yeah, you just smeared him.
I like slid out of there like it was a water slide.
Yeah. Fucked him up. Didn't stand a chance. So anyway, I was thinking like I'm not gonna like get into a fucking accident, like, or what if I got pulled over? I'm like, I would. Anyways, I was like, it's whatever. Instead of driving like in different lanes, I'm like, if it's gonna
the bumblebee is playing.
if it's gonna sting me, it's gonna sting me. So it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. I'm not allergic.
No.
So, it would hurt.
I would cry.
So I was like on my way back to work, and then just like a casual just conversation. Like, oh, back from lunch. How was your lunch? I'm like, actually, and then so I'm like working shop. Let's work a bit out. And so I was saying like, oh yeah, so I had an attack on my lunch. They're like, what? Now you got me interested. I'm like, I was attacked while I was driving. It's like, oh shit, this bee flew into my car. It's like, oh shit, did you get stung? I'm like. And I'm seeing how I can tell a story. I'm like, no, because the thing flew in. I was like, oh shit. And I'm driving.
Yeah.
And I'm like kind of spinning like in between lanes and like driving like a maniac. I'm like, it's like that scene in Tommy Boy. It's like if I got pulled over, I just tell the cop, I'm like, there's bees in here. Oh shit.
Damn, that was a really long bit to work up to that scene.
I'm allergic. It's like, me too. Well, roll around down on the ground. We'll come back and check on you. Holy shnikes, it worked.
Holy shnikes.
And he's like, that's it. It's like I just barfed on an anthill. Like he's like drinking in the car,
man.
Throws up and throws
Kicked it again. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's fucking boats. Let me turn a little bit. Here we go.
Anyway, so that was like,
oh man, they're really mad now.
Yeah. They're pissed. Yeah. Anyway, so just saying that with a coworker, and it was like funny because it reminded me of that scene. Like if a cop was like, oh, pull him over. What happened? There's a bee in the car. Oh shit. They get out of here.
One bee.
Yeah. But the bee ended up flying away. Yeah. I've had it to where like a bee will like kind of boom hit you, and the same thing, just like on my arm, like you kind of like hit here and then just BOW!
Yeah.
Like your first instinct, attack.
Yeah, I had it land on like the door, like the armrest, and just like stung right up. I'm like, you bastard.
Anyway, but yeah, that was my thing. So that was fun. That was good.
Do we even cover anything?
I
in this
think
episode?
Talked about
covered a lot actually.
Stuff that you might not or might be taken. And then,
well, I'll update
movies.
you.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to find out as you go.
Yeah,
and as you actually pack the thing.
Out.
I think you're like, you should fuck around and find. Yeah. That's like one of the dumbest phrases that gets overused.
Yeah.
I just think it's like the one
asshole idiots.
Yeah, morons. And people who think they're like, yeah, I'm a badass.
Fucking
like,
tough.
No, you're a fucking dipshit.
You're just repeating something. Cash me outside. So that's the same shit.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get on out of here. But thanks for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We have a Facebook page. Oh, well, we got that. But you also have a Facebook group. It's more interactive over there. Join the group. Search the Tone Jerks. You'll find it, or it'll be linked in the description. And then we also have Instagram at the Tone Jerks. We're posting cool shit over there on the reg. And then if you're listening audio, we do have a YouTube channel. We have the video podcast. We have also videos that I will be releasing hopefully this week. Got the setup going again on my desk. I can get back into my studio there.
Nice.
So get those videos out. They're shot already, just need to be edited. So check it out on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell. And then if you really like what you hear, you can help support the show on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. And you get a whole back catalog of all the old episodes that we've done. You get an RSS feed. You get to put it on your favorite podcatcher. And you can listen to over 160, probably closer to 170 bonus
that is a shitload
episodes. And they're, like an hour long too. So
It's a great value. Tell them what they want.
Yeah. And then just for
I'm
the
just a shitty hype man.
Yeah. Big show.
Wow, Brian, that's amazing.
Just for the support, we wanted to give you a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle,
You got it.
give it to right.
Put this on my Soundrise Pro.
Yeah.
Damn, that works perfect until it falls over. All
No,
right.
it's not even in the shot, but yeah, I like it. It's good. No, leave it that way so that people think that you're, looking
It's
down.
my teleprompter.
Yeah.
We have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove, Adam Rohr from the Let 'Em Hear podcast, Doug King, and Doug Christ from 37 Effects, Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Ogburn, Nicholas Payson, Colin Smith, Jason Fuzzmonger, Joe from Like My Pedals, and Will from the Just Surprise Me podcast. Also, Doug Christ takes part in Just Surprise Me. He's a busy
No wonder
guy.
you have a problem reading that thing. That looks like
It's not that bad.
everything looks like it's like you take it like in an image editor, like you take the photo instead of like stretching it out, you just kind of like it's like it's like
What are you talking about?
It's like you take all this space up, but you never spread it out. You have like whole paper there, but you don't. You only like
Well,
want.
yeah. These are for our future.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to write a whole new page.
It's like you're taking it like you're writing it on like the thin receipt paper.
This is a visual podcast now. But yeah, so I have all of this space over here.
Yeah, you're planning your future there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
All right.
So normally you don't see that. I'm like, God, no wonder. He's like, so.
So Doug Christ is also on Just Surprise Me, also with Joe from Like My Pedals.
Check out the
It's
smoking.
Maskers of the Cinematic Universe.
Yeah,
So yeah, we did the mask. Obviously, it's fucking
a
great.
very pro mask.
Yeah. All right. Ramyorn, Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Steve Mike, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum, Kevin E. Quits from E. Quits Guitars, Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers podcast.
These aren't. Yeah, they. Yep. As you would think, they're not very good warm.
Yeah, mine's up there now.
Yep.
Alvaro Viramontes.
Like a good room temperature.
Yeah, put in your snifter glass.
A lager.
Like a cognac.
Yeah. I've never had
Are
cognac.
they? Is it a tulip? I think it's a tulip glass.
I don't know. What is cognac? That's not a whiskey or anything, right?
It's like a brandy.
Don't
But it's
know
like
what that is.
super fancy.
Yes.
Brian from Nutter Guitars. Mel Chibson of Chibson Guitars. Were we going to work with Mel Chibson on something? A collab?
Well, I didn't edit that episode on my break because I didn't have.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I know. I got some work ahead of me. Got
all right.
my desk all set up again. I'm back into it.
Back, baby.
Yep.
All right. Sean Fahey. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects.
I'm like, forgot that there's like video. I'm like,
Just
yeah, that
picking
is
your nose.
that is correct.
Mike Oxbig. Hugh G-Rection.
Yeah.
Zach
I'm
Hale.
fucking gonna knock this table over with that.
I know. This thing's pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
Probably should put some center blocks on the legs for weight, though.
Yeah. The two of them go in there and flip the table.
Just stick it to the
Only
seam.
if it's a good episode. They're like, I like it. If it's a bad one, they're like, no.
If it's okay, they're half.
It's a semi episode.
That's what I was getting at. Zach Hale, Eric Merrill from YouTube and ELM Effects, Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast, Tim Nowick from Bardic Audio Devices, Jonathan Jeruzek from 12th Hour Devices, and Tyler Rhines from Casey's Riff Room. I said it right this time.
Yep, there you go. All right, we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.